Now let me introduce the midpoint formula with an example. And let's say that I have a line segment. Let's call it AB. Point A is -3, 2. So -3, 2. And point B is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 6. And let's say that we want to find the midpoint of line segment AB. How can we do that? Well, we can use the midpoint formula for, of course, points x1, y1. I'm going to try to make my comma not look like a 1 over here. And point x2, y2. So in this case, let's take A as our first point. So we have x1, y1. So x1, y1. And the second point, point B, will be x2, y2. Great. Now we can just plug all numbers into the midpoint formula to find the midpoint. Midpoint. Okay, so x1 is -3. -3. Now plus x2. x2 is 1 in this case. And we're dividing that by 2. Then we have y1 plus y2. y1 is 2. Plus y2, which is 6, divided by 2. Now we can just simplify. -3 plus 1 is just -2. And we're dividing that by 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. We're also dividing that by 2. -2 divided by 2 is -1. And 8 divided by 2 is just 4. So -1, 4 is the midpoint of our line segment AB. -1, 4. So that is our midpoint. So, and why is that? I'll just quickly mention why the formula works this way. When we take x1 and x2, if we add them up and divide them by 2, we're really just finding the average between them, which is going to give us the x-coordinate of the midpoint. So same thing with the y values, right? So if I take y1 and add y2 divided by 2, so we get essentially the average between the two, which will land right here on the y-coordinate of the midpoint. So this is our midpoint, -1, 4. Now I will recommend and I will advise you to practice, just so that you become very familiar with the midpoint formula. So you can scroll down, try some questions. You can click on all our questions and they're all linked to explanation videos. Good luck.